Very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Predator Pro Billiard Series Men's Las Vegas Open. We are coming to you live from the Westgate Resort and Casino. And next match is between the reigning Las Vegas Open champion Dennis GRABE against TAEYOUNG from South Korea. It's best of 3 sets, races to 4. There's no golden break, there's no early 10s anymore, so that's a rule change from last year. 10 ball will be the last ball. It's winner breaks, 3 foul rule is in action. Your referee for this one, watching over things, is Perry Anderson from Hubbard in Ohio. It's 10 ball, of course, so that means it's call shot. I'm Mark White, and calling the shots with me in the box is Tim De Ruyter. Good afternoon, Tim.
Thanks, Mark. Very happy to be back in for this match. Looking forward to a close match. I think we could have quite the match on our hands between the defending champion and a very capable TAEYOUNG. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, Dennis GRABE had a great year last year. It's a well-known fact that he lost his father recently, and he's kind of said to me in an interview earlier on this week, Tim, that it's kind of kicked him on and spurred him on. It's relieved a little bit of pressure from him as well. And he's trying to make his dad up there very, very proud, and pretty sure he's already done that by winning this tournament last year, finishing number 2 in the world as well. As we see Taung break off. What do you see? The break guru, Mr. Tim De Ruyter. What's left for him, Tim?
Well, I have to say it's already a difficult opener, cutting the ball, cue ball close to the rail. And the 2, I don't think it does go to the top right corner by the 6. So even if you let the cue ball go around the 10-2 rails, I don't think it's easy to actually get something. I wouldn't be surprised if he banks the 1 ball over towards the 2, tries to get the cue ball under the 10.
Just a little update, guys, of what's available for you to watch right now. Fedor Gorst is up against Alan Roland. That's available for you on table 1. And table 3 is Arseny Sesanov up against Selvilla. Those available for you to watch as well, completely free on Pro Billiard TV.
Yeah, quite the awkward queuing above the 10. As you can see, won't be able to have the full 1 ball to hit. And look at that 2 ball. Could have a possible 3 fouls coming up. 3 fouls in a row, losing the rack. Cannot imagine him playing this in the side and drawing the cue ball, for example, into the 2. So not that many ways for the 2 ball to open up nicely. So he's sending the 1 ball away, trying to freeze the cue ball behind the 8.
He just can't get that cue ball quite right, can he? But he's got that quite right. Oh, he doesn't want it to go in. Don't go in.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear, oh dear.
That wasn't the most difficult decision to make for TAEYOUNG, to give it back to Dennis. She made a good hit there though. So not a nightmare for GRABE. But who knows? It might still come if TAEYOUNG can tuck the cue ball maybe with a little massé under the 10. Or is he going to try and get behind the 6-9?
Awkward queuing, Tim. if Dennis wants to attempt the 2 into the corner. I can't see him doing that now, not with the position of that cue ball. So he's going to have to come up with the safety. A few neck stretches there for the Korean.
Yeah, managed to make the awkward shot on the 2. And again, no future on the 3 ball, so back to some tactical play. Is he still able to tuck the cue ball under the 6-9? Well, that's what he's played, banking the 3. I think, yeah, looks very good to me. The only good news though for Ko is the fact that if he jumps this 3 ball in, he might land on the 4 to the center.
Great effort. Pretty close, and he's got the hook back, I believe, is he? Or not? No, maybe not. Cross side banked him, possibility. I'm sure it'll just be the safety though, behind the 10. Opted for awkward queuing over the 5.
Yeah, definitely awkward. This is actually a shot. I've never ever heard a pool player say they like this kind of shot. Just because of the cue going into the air, you actually get less vision over the ball.
Done pretty well, Tim. Might find himself in a similar position here though. Can he get the cue ball in behind the 6?
Yeah, it's difficult. The double kiss might be close. Might have to push the 3 ball behind the 6, yeah. Might have been his only option. But Dennis is keeping it nice and tight.
I'm sure coming from Korea, he plays carom. That's a given when you come from that country. So his angles should be pretty good. He called the side pocket though, not the corner. Illegally potted ball, you hear our referee Perry Anderson say. Option is to put your opponent back in. It's not a foul, it's just miss a turn.
Yeah, that was definitely a bit of a stranglehold. I have to say, Dennis starting this match quite nicely, keeping control on his opponent.
If you get a look at Dennis's shirt, the flame, he has the flame in the colours of the Estonian flag there. He's being sponsored by the Olympic Committee of Estonia. Very proud to have them as a sponsor. do excel very well actually in the Winter Olympics at cross-country skiing. I don't know if you've ever tried that, Tim. I used to go very regularly when I lived in Estonia. Done quite a bit of cross-country skiing, a bit of freestyle and a bit of Nordic as well. I know you wouldn't think that I'm a candidate for cross-country skiing, but I really got into it actually for a couple of years there. He's gliding along here as well to winning this first rack. Best of 3 sets, races to 4. Perfectly on this 10 ball. One zero. It is.
Yeah, great start for the man from Estonia.
There's Max Lechner. You can see in the background on your left. I think he was actually in action in the last set of matches. Yeah, he was. He was up against Vitali Patsura. I will do a check on the latest scores for you guys throughout this match. They're all available on ProBilliardSeries.com as well. So breaking off rack number 2, Dennis. 1 ball straight in. Now he does have a look at the 2, Tim.
Yeah, then again, maybe a bit of awkward queuing by the 8. We'll have to move the cube all the way down table for the 3 ball, so quite a bit of work to do. He's even considering playing a 2-5 combination to where he only has to focus on pocketing the ball. Oh, he went for the 2 ball by the 5.
Yeah. Kind of snatched at it a little bit, putting a bit of a quick stroke there. So ball in hand for the Korean.
Now, do we see any other problems? I do foresee a lot of traveling the cue ball though, back and forth. And with that much traveling, that's where usually the mistakes come from. Getting straight on the 3 ball could have been some early trouble, but I think he's just okay to move the cue ball around the 4.
Nasty once again. He's going to have to use the bridge on the high part of the bridge this time to get over the 8 ball. It's becoming a little bit of a common thread, isn't it, in this match? Awkward queuing over balls. This is the 3rd time in 2 racks. Fortunately, Tim, nothing to do with the cue ball there. Just had to roll it in, but it has meant, or it does mean, that he's got a little bit more to do this time to get from the 5 to the 6, as you said, travelling the cue ball up and down. Mistakes can happen. Timed that one very nicely indeed. Very nicely. A lot of action out the cue ball. Very little effort.
Well, he's held the pace nicely. Could have ran behind the 9. Maybe a bit closer to the rail than he really would have liked.
Played that well with inside English. Around 3 rails. I think he may even have caught the 4th rail there. It's nice angle on this 8 ball now. It's a bit straighter than I thought actually, but no problem. 9 ball near the corner pocket. This is good stuff, Tim, in the second rack from a Korean. Yeah, very nicely done. Handled the travelling for cue ball very, very well. Levels things up at 1-1. Daniel Maciel in action. He's a set up already and 2 racks up in the second set against Juan Ortega. Eric Withrow 3-2 down to Corey Jewell. Good to see Corey here. Nicholas DeLeon from Arizona 2-0 up on Broxton Powers. Francisco Garcia 1-1 with Juan Fu. Robert Callahan from the United Kingdom up against the Kaiser Ralph Suke. It's the German who's taken a 2-0 lead in that one. Yannick Pongers, one of your fellow countrymen, Tim, 2-1 down to Spencer Ladin. Marco Teutsch, another Dutchman, 3-0 up on the hill going well, and Fedor Gorst 1-1 with Alan Rolon. And Greg Hogue, it's the Red Door Den training set of man. He's 2-1 down to Mark Stutzman. Back to this one.
A little bit of overcut on the break. Might have been just that little piece he was missing to make that 7 drop in the side. No open shot for Dennis though, so most likely we'll have to cut the 1 ball to the top short rail. And the cue ball back down table behind the 10. Yeah, we just experienced David Al-Qaeda, who usually has a really tight defensive game. And GRABE is very similar to David in that case. It's super difficult to beat. As their defense is just so strong, they kind of hold that rack, that game, for a long time.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Tim. Very similar players, aren't they? I hadn't really thought of that before. But yeah, very similar. Illegally potted ball. Can't believe he didn't call that, Tim, can you? Or did he call it? Well, he must have called it. I thought I heard the referee say illegally potted ball, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm a bit confused there too, as he also could have called the 7 ball on the side. Like there was a couple options, so I don't know exactly what happened there.
I think Dennis
Either
has just
way,
said carry on. I think Dennis must have just said carry on because he saw from his position. Well, he's putting the 7 now in the side. It's all happening here. He sees the funny side of it as well. What a bizarre few shots we just saw there, Tim.
and the outcome really doesn't get any better.
Balls flying in everywhere, and we're still only on the 2 ball. And now this is a chance. 2 ball over the side pocket. Slightly awkward queuing, but should be okay.
Yeah, a little bit of work on this 3 ball, as you can see, taking more time to get on that 4 ball. It's a smaller window. Everything else should be fine whenever he gets on the 4.
We do have the team World Championships as well in Vegas this visit, but unfortunately no team for Estonia. There's no female that plays in Estonia, which is, well, not really that strange really. It's only a very, very small country, population of 1.3 million. It's not really such a big sport. It's mainly winter sports. Basketball is very popular in Estonia, as is handball. But he will be playing the doubles with Christina Takac, which is a very, very strong partnership, Tim.
Yeah, I think it's always interesting, the pairings we get in the mixed doubles. They go all over the place. Every event there is different pairings, and sometimes you would say they don't really make any sense, but then whenever they get to the table they just find their way. So playing doubles is a fascinating thing.
Yeah, so Wei Chu Chen is actually playing with Nurkioi this week as well. That's an interesting partnership for me. Wei Wei's had a few different partners, as has Dennis. He's played with Pierre, he's played with Jasmine Ocean, and also Christina Takac. So different partners for Dennis as well. But it's always interesting, isn't it, the mixed doubles? It's a great tournament, and it's turbo mixed doubles this year. It's only 15-second shot clock, and it's no double elimination either. It's lose and you're out. It's going to be all held on one day. We'll check that date for you. Meanwhile, Arseni Sevestianov from Finland has just taken the first set against Miguel Salvila from Philippines. Victor Zelensky going well. He's a set up and 2-0 up against Robert Zon Jr. Mark Estiola, another great Filipino player, 3-1 up against Kirish Dildili. Ben Francis, now Ben's a great guy. He actually manages the Leather Pocket pool room in Calgary. I've actually played against Ben in a pie in the face little event competition to raise money for Ben to attend the World Championships one year in Austria actually. And it was me, of course, that took the pie in the face. And it's literally what it says, Tim. It was a pie in my face because I lost. but we raised lots of money to enable Ben to go to the World Championships in Austria. Back to this one. Try a break from Dennis.
And this one ball, as you can see, it might go, might not go. It's super close. Now with a little hint of right spin, you might be able to throw the one ball out a bit more to the right. In that case, you could still pocket the 1 and be on the 2. Well, played with a little bit of insurance, bringing the cue ball back. But in the end, that one ball is on, either for something very aggressive or another safety, possibly behind the 10, under the 10, excuse me.
He's had a look at the 2 ball, Tim. It does pass the 8 ball, but how does he get to it? Exactly, that's why he's played the safety. Oh, it's gone a little bit wrong, but he's got away with it, I think, just. Has got the angle. The 9 ball will halt the progress of the cue ball somewhat. You'll take that, Tim. That's worked out very nice indeed.
Yeah, so now the option, shoot to the corner or into the side. Could shoot into the side pocket and stun the cue ball in between the 5 and the 6. 1 rail. Not sure if he can still play this to the corner, following the cue ball into the bottom long rail and out. Or if maybe the 9 ball comes into play a bit.
From that angle it looks okay, Tim, doesn't it? You can just squeeze past the 9. Nicely done.
Now, is he straight enough to draw back to the center of the table, or will he have to use 1 rail in between the 5, 6 and out? Oh, he went forward, okay. He's not shy to let the stroke out.
I'm impressed by his cueing, Tim. Very smooth. Got some lovely action on that with minimum effort. Beautiful. Get away from that 7 ball. Just okay. Checking to see if the 7 does pass the 8. May have to hold
look
this
at that
Tim to play the
stretch.
7. Yeah, it must pass the 8. It looked very tight, but he's had a look at it before and he's played for it. So it must pass. He's at least got the left-hand side of the pocket as he looks. Yeah, tighter than he imagined maybe. And this is a chance for Dennis to get on the hill in this opening set. Can cut this 7-ball back.
Oh, I'm not sure if he can actually cut this. Looked pretty thin to me. Especially if you move a little bit on the shot, that's where this is very missable.
Yeah, just the slightest of movement magnifies, doesn't it, Tim, the end of the cue. The amount of movement.
And then this stand to get on the hill.
Yeah, just like that, Tim. And it hasn't been straightforward, but interesting game. Yeah, referee there, Perry Anderson. Now, we've done a little bit of research on our referees this time. They do a great job. Sometimes it's a thankless task. He's been a CSI referee since 2021, EPBF qualified since 2024, and he told me he's just started to learn how to play guitar. Well, this is something to admit. He enjoys playing his pool, but he says his wife Carrie is much better. He says those that can do, those that can't do, ref. Same with that. Well, certainly for myself, I'm not speaking for Tim de Ruyter here, but those who can't do, commentate sometimes, but those that can do as well, do it as well. I got myself out of that one, I think, Tim. Just.
Yes, you did. Now, I have to say, how beautiful did Dennis hit that break to not make a ball on it. That is brutal. Hit it straight in the face. Squatted the cue ball. And with one ball, TAEYOUNG will have guaranteed shape on the 2.
I'm impressed what I've seen so far from the young Korean. This maybe the safety department has let him down slightly. He's up against one of the best. But cues very nicely, Tim. Very smooth.
Yeah, I definitely seen him play before and always has been a real smooth cueist. The only thing is I just don't know how much competition he gets in his country, for example. Like, I have no idea what the standard is in Korea playing billiards. I know in Carom, for example, the standard is very high. So there's a lot of top quality players to play against.
Remember our friend, of course, Kang Lee, who used to come to all these events, but he's a very busy guy now, runs his own billiard room called Bergen Billiards in New York. Very busy these days, so we don't get to see Kang Lee playing very much. Did play in the doubles once with Seyberts. I remember those days, Tim. Kang Lee up on the scissor lift, putting the lights up. Do you remember that with Ira Lee? The good old days when we all used to be there lending a hand.
I did not like these heights, but I did it, yes.
Yeah, I stuck to the putting the lights together down on the ground. Terra firma, that's where I'm most happy. I don't like heights.
Yeah, let's see. Possibly if he plays a 7-9 combination, the 7 slides over next to the 8, and it will be easier to get to the short side of the 8.
Yeah, good spot that. 7 ball will be going towards the top right as we look. Play this to the top right hand corner. Just a little stun off the side rail. Move himself on the 8 to the bottom left. Looking good here for 3-2. So 1 set point will be saved.
Oh, and
can you believe that, Tim?
And he hit that real good too. He literally missed it by such a small margin. Just a little bit too wide. The opportunity now for GRABE to close out the opening set.
Well, didn't expect him to miss that 7. Really didn't. Thought it was a given. As we know in pool, very little ever gets given. You have got to work for every single ball. And you cannot switch off for a second, as we've just seen there, all the way around the back of the 8 here. He's gone too hard, Tim. He's going to be hooked behind the 10, is he? Well, may have a bit of an 8 ball.
Yeah, I'm quite sure he's not going to like this. He might have to play something really aggressive, like kick over the left. Or the bottom long rail in this case. And go for a kick bank on the 8, or well, he's aligning like he still can catch a piece, but well, I like this. Made contact. Any luck?
He needs a bit of luck. Well, a little bit. A little bit. Actually, quite a lot, Tim. Because not easy to the side, and no position available from the side pocket. What does he do here? Just the safety. Dennis has got away with that. Is he going all around the angles? 4 rails? No, just the safety. Well, the bank is on. I know you're a bit of a bank player, Tim. Do you like this bank shot?
Well, the cue ball is quite close to the rail, so it makes the cueing. It has to be so accurate. I like the shot he's just played. Look at that pace.
Oh, what a great shot. The pace on the 8 ball, agreed. Absolutely fabulous shot from Dennis GRABE.
He did go for a bit of a two-way there, trying to cut the 8, and in case you miss it, it's going to create distance. But the 8 might have moved over a bit too much. Dennis, could take his chances on this. Needs a little bit of left spin to go 3 rails to the right side of the 10.
Looks like he's been out in the Las Vegas sun, Perry Anderson. He was always going to overcut that, if anything. Didn't really get close to it, Tim, did he? But this is half a chance to save the set once again.
Oh, and he's also missed that 8, and the 8 now is going to move all the way down. Does it stop in time for him, or does it go to the side? It's not a hanger. He is playing this to the top left corner. Feels like the corner is grabbing a bit more than the sides.
There you see the new H halo light in the background. Beautiful light. Oh, he's wider than Mark. Well, yet another shot at this 8 ball. It's been on the table for quite some time, Tim, with the 10 ball.
Well, down goes the 8. And that cue ball is going to stop just in time. So he stays alive in this set. This could have been Grabe's way a couple times.
Yeah, that was a case of missed 8 balls, wasn't it? Both players having ample chances on it, but it is the Korean who takes his chance finally into the side pocket. Victor Zelensky has beaten Robert Zon Jr. in straight sets. Greg Hogue has taken the first set against Mark Stutzman. Fedor Gorst 3-2 up over Alain Roland. Now you remember Alain played doubles with Sophia Mast a couple of years back. Marco Teutsch 1 set and 1 rack up against Travis Hernandez. Ralph Souquet has taken the first set against Brit Robert Callahan, and he's 2-0 up in the second set as well, so the Kaiser going well there. And we're still none the wiser who's going to take this first set. It will be Ko TAEYOUNG breaking off, looking to go heel-heel with Dennis GRABE, the reigning Las Vegas Open champion. Well, look at this, Tim. Look at this. 3 to the 4. No problem. Just has to make the 3 ball.
Yeah, maybe a little bit to do to look for perfection from the 5 to the 6. Let the cue ball go a bit there. Bump on the 9 definitely worked out for him.
Easiest to go. It did. Now can he just hold the cue ball for the 6? Doesn't really give him the angle he wants though, Tim, does it? Again.
Yeah, this six was always going to be a bit of a challenge, Mark. With where the 10 is laying, that would be the ideal angle to drop down for the 7.
Good reply this from TAEYOUNG. Chance to level at 3-3, heel in this opening set, best of 3.
Well, and
on this 9 ball.
Dennis definitely will be kicking himself, Mark. He had the opportunity a couple times to close it out and get the set 4-1. Now we might have a heel set. That's only going to bring us more nerves from the players.
Looks composed, and he will be breaking for the opening set. And if he can steal this one, he was 3-1 down at one stage, Tim, and it's always nice to come back and win a set like that, isn't it? There's some stats for you. Anything jumping out at you there, Tim?
Well, I have to say, the player overall performance for GRABE 758, not really the best. We are used to higher numbers from him. But then again, the safety efficiency from GRABE at 90%, that is what he wins a lot of matches on. That's definitely a stat we should watch the whole match. Cannot imagine that to drop very low, actually.
Crossed him over slightly, but managed to make a ball in the side, the 9 ball. No look at the 1 though, Tim. Everything in the open, apart from the 1 ball though. So the first opportunity for either of these be a good one to take this opening set. Calls the push out. Can push anywhere, of course, on the table. Doesn't have to hit a rail, can hit any ball. Can make a ball as well if you want. As long as it's not the 10, it will be respotted.
Yeah, just wondering, can he kick softly into the 1 ball and then run the cue ball just behind the 3 ball, or is it a bit risky? He doesn't like it, at least, so he's pushing out.
Does Dennis like it? Looks like he's teetering on the edge of giving this one back. No, he's called his extension, so he's playing it, whatever. He wouldn't waste his extension if he wasn't. Playing this with right hand spin. Good shot. Good aggressive shot there from the Estonian. And now a chance to take this set.
Oh. Well, that bump on the 10 left him a long 3-ball and a lot of action on the cue ball needed to actually get on the 4. Will you go 2 rails forward around the 6-ball? Or are you going to stun into the right long rail and leave yourself a cut on the 4?
Footwards it is, played it brilliantly. What a shot that is, Tim. That could be a set winner. Great shot. Purple 4 to the bottom right as we look. Needs it to slow up. Well, it's gone a little bit thin.
Well, just gonna run the cue ball around. Just barely missed the 7. I actually think he feathered it. That could have been.
Yeah.
That could have gone very wrong.
The slightest of flicks, wasn't it? Just off of that brown 7 there. As you say, any thicker, and he wouldn't have been on this 6-ball, but this is a great chance now. It's been hard work. It wasn't easy, the layout. Still struggling for ideal position. Probably be playing the 8-ball into the top left. Cue ball round 2 rails. Oh, he's called the other side, the other corner, Tim.
Oh, and it looks like he's gonna land super close to the 8. Wow, this is packed with drama. Unbelievable, actually, that he just let the cue ball run towards the 8.
Yeah, he's been struggling for position, ideal position for the last 3 shots, hasn't he? And he's in a bit of trouble here. Can only get the cue ball safe here. Oh, he's gone for behind the 10. This is a great effort. This is a terrific effort. Well, he's got distance, done about as good as he could have done there, Tim.
Extension.
This set's still in the balance.
Yeah, what to play? Maybe bank the 8, 2 rails back to the bottom short rail, but you need the perfect pace. He's played the safety before, or tried the safety before, cutting the 8, bringing the cue ball straight back down. Did manage to win the game from there, but did not execute it perfectly. Oh, we focused on bringing the cue ball back behind the 10. Another shot for Dennis.
Yeah, over on table 1, Fedor Gorst really struggling against Puerto Rican Alan Rolon. They're 3-3 in their first set. Exactly the same score as we have here. The reigning champion struggling just a little bit. Can he knock in this great 8 ball and get back for the 10? Wow, very close. Must have thought it was there. I thought it was, Tim.
And look at that leave.
Well, what I can think of is this 8 ball must be dead tight to the rail, because he's going to play this with some inside spin.
Well, could be worse, could be a lot better too. With the 10 in front of the corner, this is, well, it's a must make, and you don't really have to do much with the cue ball, so that really increases the odds of Dennis making this ball.
Yeah, he could just totally commit to the 8, can't he? Doesn't have to worry about the cue ball. Oh, where's the cue ball going? He's caught that 8 ball rather thick though. Wow, he thought it was on its way. He was on his way back to the seat. Well, can he still cut this in, Tim? Or has he got to go?
Yeah,
has he got to kick at it?
It's a thin cut. It's a bit of a funny position to be in.
Well, we said anywhere on the table, but this is probably the worst position he could have landed. Well, where's the cue ball this time? Well, Whitey went very, very close to the side pocket, very close to the corner pocket as well. And I think, yeah, both players need a break. So did Tim de Ruyter and myself, Mark White. What a set that was. Seemed like nobody wanted to win it. Who's going to win the second set? Join us in a couple of minutes. very warm welcome back to lovely, lively Las Vegas. We're at the Westgate Hotel and Casino Resort. This is the Las Vegas Open, the Predator Pro Billiard Series, the first event of 2026. Lots of great events to come, not just throughout the year, but throughout this week. 10 days, lots of different tournaments going on. ProBilliardSeries.com is the page to visit if you want all the information. I'm Mark White, and with me in the booth, Tim de Ruyter. After a very strange first set, Tim, it looked like no one wanted to win it. Dennis GRABE did, and he's breaking in the first rack of the second set.
Yeah, definitely a weird opening set. And I have a feeling the second set could be just as weird. Look at this, awkward queuing once again. We've seen that maybe 5 or 6 times now so far in this match. He's played a nice one ball though, playing it by the 8 and the 9.
That is, as you can see, great camera angle. Trying to get cover behind the 7. Tim hasn't got it though. One ball is the key ball in this rack. Everything else, Tim, out in the open. So this one ball, very, very important. Lots of right hand spin on the cue ball here, kicking off one rail.
And straight into the corner. Now, as you can see, the 1 does go by the 3. Maybe the 4 might not go into the side.
Fedorgorst has won a very, very tight opening set as well. He's taken the first set against Roland. Alain Roland. Sorry, Tim, go ahead, my friend.
Oh, just wondering if he's playing the 4 to the bottom left to go back up for the 5. It would be quite a difficult shot, depending on how close you get to the 4. How smooth did he hit that 2 ball?
Beautiful to watch, really is. Does that stroke come from playing a lot of carom, Tim, do you think?
Could be, definitely. Current players, they strike the ball more fluent, especially with them. They don't really need as much accuracy as a pool or a snooker player. And most of the Asians, they have a quite smooth action.
It needs a bit of care, this one. It's not easy. Just slightly off angle, drawing back for the 5. Doesn't want to end up straight on the 5.
Oh, and then that is quite surprising, especially if you look at, he barely did anything on the cue ball. That was quite a miss hit. Kind of got away with it.
Amazing, isn't it, Tim? He struck the previous shot so perfectly, so smoothly and beautifully, and then puts a horrible stroke on the next one. This game is so frustrating, isn't it? It's so difficult.
Yeah, now I would say from this angle, you would say the 4 does not cut to the corner. He's still going to try and go for it with the overcut on the 4 ball. Yeah, did not miss it by much.
Side to side here. Behind the 7 is the target. Didn't get there. Has left a possible bank on the corner, straight away calling it. Play with some low right, cue ball heading up towards the 5. Kind of helps the bank as well here. Oh, that's not a very good shot, to be honest. Although a great outcome.
Extension.
Always tough being a defending champion. Everyone's after you. Everyone's after your title. It takes a lot to hang on to one.
Yeah, it was in a dead trap on the 4. Chose to tie up the 8. I think he's done a good job. I don't think the 8 is still available now. Might buy him some time.
Watch out. A favourable little flick off the edge of the orange 5. Leaves him a perfect angle to get to the 6. But of course, Dennis tying that 8 and 9 up could prove to be the stumbling block for the Korean. Does he try and screw into it here, Tim? No, he doesn't. Just wondered if he might draw off of the... Bit risky, of course. He's going to try and do it off of the 7. Wrong angle. Now, can he leave himself kind of where he is now, Tim, and have a shot at the 8?
I don't think it cuts. The other option is possibly play for a bank, and if you miss it long, it stays safe. But on the other side, you could just play for the save and bank the 8, 3 rails around. Just get it out there, stick the cue ball by the 9. It's probably the best move.
You're guaranteed safety, aren't you? Yeah, he's called it just in case, sending the 8 ball around 3 rails. Get away from him here. That's a poor shot. Didn't want to catch the 9 ball. Wanted to be in behind it. Wow, what a chance he's missed there, Tim, to get off to a good start in his second set. Oh, he'll take that all day long. Splendid, lovely little kiss. That was a real Valentine's kiss, that one.
A little bit of pressure on this stand.
Yeah, one thing, he's good under pressure. Remember last year, Tim, against Joshua Filler, he was a set down and 3-0 down in the second set and came back to win it on a shootout. Unbelievable that was, wasn't it? What a game. What a match that was. Now there's Dimitris Lukatos from Greece. His good friend Alex Kazakis will be in action in the next round, opening his account. He'll be playing doubles, of course, again. Now, I'm not sure who Dimitri is playing with. Oh, there was Alex as well there, look. I didn't see him the first time. I'm going blind. Did you see Alex Kazakis there the first time?
Not really, actually.
No,
But
I didn't either. He must have been hidden behind the camera. But anyway, Demetrius did play with Wei Chu Chen last time, but he won't be playing with her this time. I'm not sure if he's playing at all. Well, Dennis going head on there, Tim. Very risky break. Switching it up a bit.
yeah, you just know breaking from the center that it's always going to give such an open layout. Now, the only good news for Dennis is the fact that the 4-ball is kind of blocking the 2, but TAEYOUNG might have a 2-4 combination on it, so yeah, this is the combination.
Oof, tough one, Tim, huh?
Yeah, we'll have to cut the 2-ball quite a bit. And obviously you will have to get shape after as well. And that's exactly where it went. Completely sideways. Jump cue is coming out. Doesn't have to jump over the full 7-ball. But still, he's kind of close.
Certainly didn't learn that from Karen. What a great shot that was. Well controlled as well. Was mentioning earlier what a great job all these referees do, and I'd just like to take this opportunity to congratulate John Lehman, of course, who won the 2026 Q Sport Hall of Fame Award. Very well deserved as well. The man with the most famous back in the game of pool. All those racks he's racked over the years. the great refereeing decisions he's made over the years. Congratulations to John Lehman. Miss seeing him at these events, really do. Very distinguishable fella. Did get his ponytail chopped off by Kelly Fisher at one point, but it's grown back again. Don't worry, John. Hair's still growing, mate. Maybe not in all the right places, but it's growing. Wishing you well, John. Wiped his feet slightly. Good chance to level things up here, Tim, for the Korean. Yeah, it didn't bounce, did it? It always underhit that. That's why he stayed down on the shot, waiting for the cue ball, and it never came. So this is a little bit of a thin one to draw level in this second set that he has to win. No problem. Right in the heart of the pocket. Well played. Go TAEYOUNG. All square, 1-1 with reigning champion Dennis GRABE in his second set. Greg Hogue has overcome his fellow American, Mark Stutzman, in straight sets. Arseni to sign off 1-1 in sets with Miguel Salvilla. But it's the Filipino that's 2-0 up in the second set there, so chance that Arseni may be going to the one-loss side early on in that one. Another Filipino, Marcus Diola, straight sets winner over Krish Dildili. Ben Francis, remember I was talking about him earlier on, the manager at Leather Pocket in Calgary. He's a set-up and 2-1 up against Victor Kakuza. Back to this one. It's TAEYOUNG breaking off all square in the second set, but trailing 1-0.
Yeah, just had a quick look at the stats. Dennis' player overall performance still not too impressive. And also interesting that TAEYOUNG has made a lot more balls overall than Dennis has. Just hasn't been finishing all the racks.
Clever. Very nicely played indeed. Great shot there. There's your carom for you, Tim.
Yeah, still some traveling to do. Running the cue ball in between the 6 and the 8. Top right spin. Trying to get closer to the 4, possibly almost straight.
Maybe just a little bit too straight. I think he just has a slight angle here, doesn't he? Very slight. fully focused on the table and off the table by the looks of things.
And now has landed very well on the 5 ball. I think he can play straight draw. Just got to focus on leaving himself either straight or the angle on the 6 into the left long rail to come back out to the 7.
Exactly where he wanted it. Good angle to get back for the 8. Kind of a bit of back and forth here, Tim, isn't it? 7 to the 8, 8 to the 9. And a draw, hopefully, to the 10. Oh, where's the cue ball
watch that
going?
cue ball.
I'd just like to mention also, just as I said, the famous line from the man himself, where's the cue ball going? The Q Sports lost a fabulous commentator last week, John Virgo, who worked on the snooker commentary team for many, many years, was also 1979, I think it was, UK Open champion. A great, great entertainer, John Virgo, who we lost last week. Rest in peace, my friend. As he always used to say, good night, JV. Good night to you, sir. Now this, a good chance on this 10 ball for a 2-1 lead in this second set, a set that he must win. Also, Tim, a very happy new year to a lot of the Asian countries who celebrate the Chinese New Year, the year of the horse. Something close to your heart, Tim, with a surname like yours. Please explain.
Yeah, it's definitely a different keyboard they're using. I still struggle every day.
Good evening to every one of you in the chat. Thanks for joining us. We do look occasionally. It's nice to know you're there. And good to see you having a good old chat. I saw a question, did Tyler Steyer, or is he in the tournament? He is, and he actually won earlier on in straight sets. So Tyler Steyer fans, you can be very happy. Your man is through.
Yeah, look at this mess. I mean, 2 ball, I would almost say impossible to get to. Might have to cut this in and run into the 9. Push the 2 ball over the corner. He scratches off it.
Well, you just can't legislate for that. That's just sheer bad luck. Had to go into the 9. Unfortunately, he also went into the side pocket. So he's done all the opening up for the young Korean, and he has an easy 3-4 as well, Tim, to continue the run out. 7, does go to the bottom left, the same pocket as the 2's going to go into. So it's a good chance, Tim.
Yeah, we'll have to think about where that 3 ball is going to after making the 4. In this case, I think it goes slightly to the right. So you would follow the cue ball just a little bit, like half a diamond. Now, I did see that 7 ball being very close to the 9. It might not go. Like, it's super close.
I'm pretty sure, Tim, it goes bottom left. I saw a camera angle a little while ago which told me that. Doesn't look, well, you can't really tell from that angle, can you, the overhead, whether it does or not. We'll soon know by the position he plays from the 5 to the 6. Always tough being the reigning champion. Looks good.
Another lovely stroke. Perfect angle.
Yeah, lovely loose grip on the cue, letting the cue do the work. Draws over Tim to the right hand side of the 7. We'll know that the 7 does go past the 9. It does have an angle to run into it if it doesn't go. Let's see how he plays it. He's playing low on the cue ball, so he's just drawing to play the 7 into the same pocket. Just a little bit of movement there. There's Yannick Pongas. Is he texting you, Tim?
No. No, I just checked my phone. No.
No,
not me.
Not you.
Well, obviously the 7 must go, because you would have played a bump if it didn't. So that means we could see Ko on the hill in the second set, and you can see the disgust. The cue ball rolling a bit further. And it looks awful straight to me on the 8.
Can he pinch a bit of angle and run the cue ball around with some right hand spin? We've seen his lovely cue action. Oh, he's drawing. Watch for the spin. Low left. What about that for a shot, Tim? What about that for a shot?
Yeah, the only thing that he's probably not a big fan of is the fact that the cue ball is so close to the rail. But he should be fine, as he only has to drop it in, no spin. Or maybe a little bit of left. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
Nicely done. So he's on the hill, looking to level this match up at a set each. Yeah, Dennis really hasn't been in this second set, has he? Not really had any chances to speak of. Been awkward lays and dry breaks, that kind of thing.
Yeah, look at this. Dennis has only made 3 balls. in this opening. In this second set, excuse me. Yes, crazy stat actually if you think about it.
Yeah, it's not going to win him a rack, never mind a set. And he's starting to break better as well, isn't he, Tim, the Korean? Oh, look at that 9 ball and the 6 ruining. Any shot he had on the 2, that's gone. It's going to have to push.
Push out.
Yeah, that 9 indeed is brutal. Could have had at least a jump. Could still push to a jump. Maybe nick the 9 out of the way. Could also consider... Oh, is he going to leave an open shot? Because if Dennis makes the 2, I think the cue ball will float towards the 5 and you might have a shot on the 3 ball. But I mean, it depends on how he's feeling. Maybe he's not feeling it so great and he's obviously not shooting this.
Yeah, he's been shut out of this set so far, hasn't he? Only 3 balls potted. Doesn't fancy it, not surprising. Gives it back. Can kind of play it around the angles. Play the 2 over by the 8. He's gone the other way. Needs cover from the 5. He's got it. He's also got cover behind the 4. It's a good shot.
Yeah, I had to beat the kiss on the 2. Now, I mean, Janice can get the jump cue out, but kept it rather simple though, just nicking the edge. And again, very awkward queuing over the 9. Yeah, then again, that was so awkward queuing over the 9 that this 2 ball now is on. If Dennis can get maybe a bump into the 4, top left spin. We'll get him on the 3 ball with an open layout. He's missed that 2 ball and yeah, with quite some margin though. Bit of a shocking miss, and you can clearly see Dennis is out of sorts.
Yeah, just got that. Nicely done. Maybe the thinnest of edges for Dennis, but I'm not sure if there's anything he can do with that thin edge. Looking at kicking behind the 6. Well, he didn't call it. Did he call it? He didn't call it.
Oh dear.
Thought he might have called something there, Tim, wouldn't you?
I was assuming that he would, but he might have had something else on his mind. I mean, obviously, we don't always get every little detail sound-wise. Oh, this is sloppy too. It's not going to be on this 3-ball.
Has he got any part of it? Can he maybe play cross corner bank?
Well, he might not have enough.
Attempt at the bank shot at all, just the safety.
Yeah, possibly the best thing he could have played. Don't think there was anything better than the option he just played, and Dennis might be able to bank the 3-ball straight over to the opposite short rail. Call it a bit thin. Needs that 3-ball to settle on the rail.
Half a chance to cut this 3-ball. Kind of a two-way as well, provided he doesn't leave the 3 in the jaws of the pocket. Needs a big bounce. Yeah, he's got it. It's okay.
Yeah, imagine this match going into a deciding set. I do believe our next match is scheduled in 15 minutes, but we won't be able to make that if TAEYOUNG runs out here.
Scheduled match is Skylar Woodward against Emil Andre Gangflo, which would be a terrific match. Hopefully it doesn't get moved, Tim, because I don't know about you, but I'd love to commentate on that one. I do like Skylar Woodward, and Emil playing some great stuff as well. Such a nice fella, Emil. Spent a lot of time with him in the Philippines when he was at the Philippines Open at the end of last year. Played some good stuff there as well. But it's looking very much like Skylar is going to have to wait a little bit longer, and Emil, because this is going 1 set all. And the reigning champion just hasn't been in this second set. And in goes the 10-ball to close out the set. Just asking where the nearest toilets are, I think. So Dennis will be going for a break. Tim Deraita and myself, Mark White, we're going to do exactly the same. And we'll see you for the deciding set. Who knows, it might even be a shootout. Find out very, very soon. welcome back to Las Vegas, the 2026 Predator Pro Billiard Series Las Vegas Open. Defending champion Dennis GRABE up against the Korean TAEYOUNG. 1 set each, deciding set to come. First to 4, remember, but if we do go 3-3 in this deciding set, we will see a shootout. Dennis has had a few of them in the past. He's actually had the highest ever recorded one, apart from when they changed the rule of moving the cue ball back a diamond. He actually won 54-53, believe it or not, in Turkey, in Antalya, and that's where we're going to be heading. Straight after Las Vegas, we have the Turkish Euro Tour, and then we have the European Championships. With me is a European, all the way from the Netherlands. It's Tim de Ruiter. Welcome back, Tim.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Looking forward to another close set. I have a feeling this match has a lot more in store for us. Dennis is really struggling. But I do believe he has the roll-up on the 8 here.
Trying to thread the cue ball around the back of the 9 here, Tim, between the 3 and the 5 to leave himself on the blue 2. Good luck with that. Here we go. Well, look at this. He's overhit it, but it was the perfect line, wasn't it?
Yeah, could have scratched, but the 7 ball saved him, so I guess things could have been way worse. Now he's gonna bank the 2 ball to the bottom short rail, cue ball above the 3, 6, 10. Yeah, no easy escape available.
Rail kick. Precautionary call on the 2 in the side, just in case. Doing the parallel shift. Do you use the parallel shift, Tim? Or are you a diamonds person, or have you got your own secret way to escape from hooks?
No, I like the parallel shift, but then yet with the parallel shift you still need to feel the table right, so you have to gain enough knowledge to know exactly if this table is sliding just a ball or maybe a ball and a half more, and so it might not be the best out there, but you just do not have enough time to use all the diamonds, like to calculate every shot.
I was interviewing Chris Melling recently, and he refused to give his. He said that he does use the diamond system and parallel shift sometimes, but he's got another secret way that he does it. Probably one of the best escapers in the world. Second maybe to Ephraim Reyes, but he's called the magician as well, Chris Melling. But he refused to tell me, Tim. He said he will never reveal his secret.
Well, you know what they say, the magician never tells the trick.
Exactly.
Oh, literally.
There are those ones now, aren't they, that wear a mask, Tim, and they come out and tell you how they are actually done, but I regret watching them because I don't want to know how it's done, if I'm honest. Kind of spoils the romance of a good trick, I think.
Yeah, now If we look at Dennis, I kind of feel like he's trying to speed up a little bit around the table. Still checking the angles, still checking the positions, but... Oh, that's an interesting shot there too, like he's ran way too far.
He didn't really get too much table time in that last set, did he? Lost it 4-1. And his player over performance very, very low at 650, I think I saw. There's Stefan Kasper talking with Mario He, the panda. Stefan lost earlier on. Mario won his match. Looks like the roll up behind the 10 here, Tim. So he'll be disappointed with that. That was a good chance at the table, but he just didn't close it out.
Yeah, it's not the first player today that we've seen struggle on this TV table. I'm wondering if the players still need to get used to maybe jet lag, maybe the cloth being so brand new. Who knows?
Yeah, but he did have a very long journey. Dennis GRABE, over 24 hours it was, and there's a 15-hour time difference from where he's been for the last month. So that could be some of it. I've done the trip myself, Tim. It's horrendous, the journey from Las Vegas to Thailand. At least 3 planes. And long, long hours. Certainly in economy. I'm not sure about these rich pool players. They fly so much, they always get upgrades, don't they, with their points to at least business class.
Good shot there on the 8. Nice stroke. Does always move a little bit on the shot, Dennis, but it's kind of so grown into his system that I actually don't think that he benefits of taking it out of his game. Which usually that's not how you would teach someone how to play pool.
You just wonder how much more maybe he might have won if he didn't move quite so much on the shot. I know FSR used to move a lot, but he kind of tried to cut it out of his game and then went on that crazy run where he was winning just about everything. There's Emil. Now, that young lady was with Emil in the Philippines as well, and she's a great hayball player, and I've forgotten her name. I'm so sorry. But a lovely,
Nina
lovely lady.
Torvund.
Nina Torvund, that's it, from Norway. Well done, Tim. Go to the top of the class, young man. Nina Torvund, exactly. So the Olympic flame burning black, white and blue on Dennis's shirt there. Can he relight the fire and win this deciding set? He's been pretty lukewarm from the second set onwards so far. He needs to turn the heat up a little bit. He had a little bit of a grimace there, didn't like it for some reason. Maybe a little gap through there, Tim, is there? Is there a gap?
Well, maybe to make somewhat of a contact, but I have to say I'm not a real big fan, and neither is my TAEYOUNG. Doesn't have the full ball kicking into this though.
Yeah, widened off the rail.
Yeah, it looked like he played it a bit shorter with a bit of outside spin to widen the angle. Now, did that 4-ball? Yeah, that has become quite the mess. Dennis looking to get the cue ball maybe in between the 5-7 and push the 4-ball out just enough. I don't think he's got enough angle on the 3-ball to even get there.
He hasn't. I mean, that ball in hand there, Tim, and as soon as he hit it, he knew, didn't he? The look of disgust came across his face. Needs his extension now, further 30 seconds to think about it. Is the 4-5 combo possible? He's got to bank it now that he's so far out of position. Oh, did it stop in time? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. So definitely we'll have to send the cube all the way to the bottom of the 6-9. Get the cube all the way down table, back to where the 10 is laying. Gotta go for the distance. Oh, it did go by the 7.
And now can he reach to play thin off the outside of the 5? 7-ball halting the progress. Oh, doesn't want to kiss the 6 though. It's all gone a little bit pear-shaped at the moment for Dennis GRABE. Has been his cue ball, Tim, that's let him down slightly today.
Yeah, usually it takes care of the cue ball quite a bit. So it's surprising to see him struggle with it. As you mentioned, he was in Thailand. Everything plays quite a bit different over there, equipment-wise, so maybe he just needs to get used to this kind of slide again.
He actually had 2 Estonian friends over in Thailand at the same time, and they played the team competition together. Hard work, isn't it, at the moment, to win a rack. But if he can just keep chipping away rack by rack, edge ever closer to that 3 racks that you definitely need in this deciding set to guarantee yourself at least a shootout. Dennis has got the number 4 in his mind. He wants to get to 4-0. That's what he's going for. If he can finish off this 7, 8, 9, 10, he'll be halfway there. Can draw to the side rail and back out. Can go forward 2 rails as well. Let's see what he prefers.
little bit of an angle on the 9. So definitely we'll have to punch the cue ball. I'm not sure if rolling the cue ball forward gets him just by the 10.
Indeed it
Yeah,
did.
very soft.
So 2-0 it is. And we'll be breaking to get onto the hill. Now, Darren Appleton got a bye in his first match. The opponent didn't turn up, so he got a walkover. He's up against Hayato Hijikata in his second match, and they've just started. And it's the man from Japan that's taken the first rack in that one. We saw Dimitris Lukatus earlier on, watching on, but he's now playing. He's up against Kento Oda, also from Japan. And it's the Greek who's taken the opening rack in that match. Remember, we have Skylar Woodward coming up after this match for you against Emil Andre Gangflow. Josh Filler in action as well. He's 2-0, and it's just gone 2-1 actually against George Hachikakis. There's a word I didn't think I'd be saying this morning when I woke up. Here we go. Dennis breaking off, looking to get on the hill. Good solid hit again. Well, he hit them pretty good, Tim, didn't he, from what I saw?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not going to be disappointed about his performance on the break. But ball's just catching the point, side pocket point. 5 ball just barely missed it. It's all right though. I mean, to have a dry break and not leave something obvious on the opener shot on the lowest number ball on the table. That's also worth something, but it makes it quite a struggle.
Jump at this. He's got the wrong rail. And with lots of left-hand spin. Oh dear,
Oh
dear.
wow, that cue ball went straight through the 4 and the 8. And look at what he's giving Dennis. A roll up on the 3 ball.
Jump cue is out once again. He's not been afraid to get the short cue out when he's needed to. And he's jumped pretty well as well, Tim, I think, overall.
Yeah, ball's also landing a bit in between. Dennis going for this 1 ball on the side, but we'll have to play with enough pace to get either the 2 in the opposite center pocket or all the way down by the 3 ball in the corner.
Good chance now. Plays with a kind of very relaxed kind of attitude, doesn't he? You wouldn't call him cool as a cucumber, for example, but can be a little bit fiery at times. But he's got a very, very kind of lazy style around the table. And he did say that that's something he's changed in his game, you know, not trying to put too much importance on the game. It's just a game after all. But of course, it's always easier when you've had a really good season. You've earned a nice few dollars, Tim.
Yeah, a bit of a shot here on the 5. Doesn't want to go forward as it gives him more distance on the 6. Look at how beautifully he drew the cue ball back all the way for the 6 in the side. Look at that angle. With top spin is going to bring him perfectly on the 7.
Yeah, terrific shot, that 5 to the 6. Nothing wrong with his positional play that time. Really was top draw, that shot. To leave himself, as you said, the perfect angle as well. Great stuff. He's woken up. I'd like to see his player overall performance now. I'm sure it's shot up from the 6.15 that it was. He's certainly not going to give up the title easily. He's going to hold on to it for as long as he can, Tim.
Well, he is moving the cue ball very nicely back and forth the table. Two balls away from getting on the hill first, guaranteeing himself the shootout. Seems indeed like he has woken up just in time, but will definitely have to play the standard he's playing now to stay alive in the future as well.
Somebody enjoyed that in the crowd. It was a full house at the beginning of this match. Of course, you can drift around and have a walk around. Let's have a look at that player overall performance. Yeah, significantly higher now, Tim. 790 as opposed to 792. So pretty even now on the player overall. There's a nice cushion of a 3-0 lead in this deciding set. As you say, guaranteed a shootout, but he'd love a break and run here, wouldn't he? What would he do for a break and run now? Just to finish this off in style. He's been breaking pretty well. He just needs a little bit of luck on the break. Oh, he's got it.
Can you imagine?
Look at this, Tim. Look at this. I think he's got a shot at the 1 as well.
Yes, he has. Can you imagine? I think he actually hit this. This might have been the worst break he's broken. The worst break overall in the whole match.
One ball side.
But yet this break, he finds a way to make a ball. And that's just pool. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense.
chance of getting to the 3 ball here. Probably just a safety behind the 7. Or the 4, that will do very nicely. One thing's for sure, he's not jumping that.
Well, never say never, but you would assume so.
Yes, another one he's missed wide, Tim. He's missed a lot of them like that. Good chance to play a telling safety in behind the 9 here. Pot the 2. And get a good safety on the 3.
Yeah, definitely could either tuck behind the 9 or even behind the 6. So get the cue ball under the 10. Plenty of options available.
Maybe going to move it, Tim. No, no chance. A little bit awkward. Gonna have to be behind the 9, is it? Yes. Has left the 1 rail though to the right, which he was trying to cut off.
Extension.
Great
Yeah,
attempt.
played it with the element of the safety too. So he's played it really well.
Maybe tie something up, Tim. No, he could hit it off the rail. Good hit. Just shaved it.
Well, very creative shot he tried to play there with the left spin, trying to bring the cue ball back behind the 4 and the 7. The 3 ball is alright though.
It's a mistake. Problem, of course, getting to the 4. Seconds. Oh, and that's what rushed him. That's what made him rush.
Well, he also has moved that 4 ball. The 4 and the 7 now open and available. Dennis is also missing that 3 ball. And what is happening?
Dennis has missed a sitter there, hasn't he? You won't miss many of them in your career. Okay, he was trying to do a little bit with a cue ball, but you'd still expect him to make the ball. Lots of body movement that time, really was. I think even before he hit the ball. That would explain why he's missed it. Just a containing safety. Now, can he send the 3-ball Tim twice across and kind of play a stun follow into the 6?
Well, I like to cut the 3-ball into the 6 so it stays there and bring the cue ball with top right spin to the left side of the 10.
And that's exactly what he liked as well. Didn't quite get there though. Similar shot for Dennis.
Yeah, it's definitely going to open up the rack as well. If you can get that full hook behind the 10, everything is already pre-developed. You put a lot of pressure on your opponent. He's not gonna get there either. Which is interesting because on a shot like that you can play any type of speed you want because the 3-ball is not moving.
Definitely a tempter. Hard to hold for the 4 though.
Three-ball corner.
Oh dear. I think he's got a 4-ball hook on the 4-ball by the 6.
Yeah, from this view it looks like it. We'll have to go 2 rails, trying to send the 4-ball over down table under the 9 and the 10. But just feels like he cannot close it out. Not too dramatic, I'm saying, like, he's missed a couple opportunities already.
Big shot. Yeah, kind of threw the cue at that one. Just lost his cueing slightly here, hasn't he? It's not as smooth as he was. Yeah, they're just gesticulating as well that he hurried the stroke.
Yeah, the only thing Dennis has to do is float this in. The cue ball will go forward. Doesn't need the biggest of strokes. Ooh, a lot of movement on that one.
Yeah, this really is, though, the best opportunity that he's had so far to finish off this match now. We want to get it over and done with. So will Sky Woodward, who's waiting to come on this table. That will be our next match. Emil Andre Gangflo and Skylar Woodward. That's coming up straight after this one, guys. Bluegrass, badass, all the way from Kentucky. Lubbock. Or Lubbock, I'm not sure how they say it. 2 balls away then, Tim. Sum up the performance of the defending champion for us.
Well, the final set he's played just now, well, he still has to close it out, but that set was a lot better than the first two. And I think he definitely will have to play better than this because he's left himself quite a cut on the 10. And eventually you're going to be missing those, so he'll definitely have to play better if he wants to hold the title for, well, one more year. Ooh.
Yeah, in it goes. In the end, just scrapes it in. The smile and the handshake from TAEYOUNG just wasn't to be today. He will have to go via the scenic route. It's Dennis GRABE, our defending champion, who soldiers and marches on